Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
Alright, so that was a huge shopping trip. Took both Jeeps and basically all day, but I think we got it done, and we're gonna be cleaning out the fridge and the pantry, stocking it full, and going over our checklist, making sure we got everything dialed right in. But that was fun. It's nice to have it all over with. I think we're ready for a freeze up.
Well, today we're doing a bit of a gas run and getting some propane. This is a process we have to do not so often now that we have all of our batteries, but before freeze up happens, we're gonna get all of our empty jerrys full. We're taking out the trash we have and getting 2 more propanes. And then we should be ready for freeze over. Once the ice is done freezing on the lake, we can take this out again. Like, we'll have to kind of ration this while it's freezing, our fuel and our propane, as well as store our garbage on the island here. But then as soon as the ice is frozen over, we can take it all out by snow dog. Yeah, we'll show you how we do this. On the road that leads into our marina and our lake, there's further up about a half an hour, it gets to this small little quaint town, but just outside of it, they've got this kind of landfill area where they do recycling, and of course we can drop off the garbage. So every once in a while when we have enough garbage, we'll take a big load, and this is where we offload it. Another nice thing is just up the road is an area part of local reserve. So they own this little one pump here. It's got 2 little sides so you can fill up with gas. It's actually a good price. So with our new battery setup, a follower of ours actually pointed out something pretty important to know. But we're running a 24-volt setup. So in total, with the 6 batteries, they're 270 amp hours each. We've got like 1,640 amp hours, but running a 24-volt system, you essentially cut that in half. So it's like 800 and something amp hours. So that was good to know, to get more of an accurate time in our heads on how much juice we actually have. But what we've seen so far, and we've only had to do this once, is roughly for every fill of our, we have a Honda 7000 generator. When it's completely full and the batteries are completely empty, it takes about 1 full generator's worth of gas to charge them back up to 100%, and that has lasted and shows on our displays in there to last about 4 days and 12 hours is what it says. And that's with more of one of our lower daily uses, so it varies quite often, but that's just what we've seen so far. We have to do a lot more testing with this and really try it out with our higher input in the house or output to the house, and yeah, just really test the system. But so far that seems pretty efficient. As you can see, the marina is pretty much empty. We're actually going to be pulling this boat out of the water as soon as it really starts freezing. That'll be a fun time. We got a winch just for it, so hopefully that works.
Alright, we are gonna fix a little chimney situation that came up the other day when we had north winds coming, hitting the cabin really hard. We had a fire going in the stove as usual, keeping the house warm, but it was blowing some of the smoke back down the chimney and into the cabin, which is not a good situation. So when we were in town yesterday, we picked up one of these, and this unit will go in the direction of the wind. So if the wind's blowing this way, and it'll block the wind from going down. And if as the wind direction changes, it should do the job. All right, we've got that wind directional wind block installed. So no wind today to test it on, but it seems to work fine. It spins nicely, so that should work. And then right now, since we've got the fire out and the chimney's nice and cool, we're just giving it a good cleaning. I've probably been there for 80 years. 1, 2, up. Nice. 2, 3. Okay, hold it there for a second. 1, 2.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
There is a stillness in the forest this time of year, unlike any other. The black bears have gone into their dens for a long winter nap. The majestic moose eat their fill of underwater vegetation before the big freeze-up. The squirrels have finished collecting a winter supply of acorns and pine cones, and the maples have gone to sleep. The freeze-over is late this year. Usually the lakes are frozen by December. Some of the locals, however, remember years where the lakes didn't freeze until the end of January. We can feel a change in the air, and we know that the ice and snow is coming soon. Today, our cousins Frederick and William made the trek north to help us with the final winter preparations.
Last night it wasn't here.
Yeah, it looks like
The task at hand is to remove the dock ramps from several spots around the island.
Tad slippery on this thing. Go on. Get out of the way, Wall. That's great. That's pretty. Wall's got a sag.
Then you can.
Oh, Lynn should run across.
Come here, Lynn. Quick. You got it, Brady.
Oh, look at us.
Leap of faith.
You know, just slip and fall in the water.
Don't let it drop. Like, don't underestimate the weight. It's gonna fall in the water. We're gonna die.
You ready?
We're gonna zip on you.
Oh, that's easy.
Get all the tools on you.
Well, today's a cold day. We just went across the lake and picked up two of our cousins, Frederick and William, and they're up here to take apart. Each of our docks have these little runways or ramps that are separate from the dock itself. And as you can hear, they're trying to detach them in the cold. They have 2 pins or 4 pins that hold them. They're separate from the dock itself, so when the lake starts freezing, the ice can break that. So always around this time of the year, we'll detach them and just lay them on the dock, and come springtime, we just slide them out again and attach it. So yeah, we're doing that. This is probably our last day of using boats on the lake. Even just going to pick them up this morning, it was pretty thick ice. So we're thinking after this will be 3 to 4 weeks of the lake freezing over, and then we're good to go on it again. It's pretty exciting.
There we go.
Yeah, just yank her.
Yeah, let's just pull.
Okay, turn towards you. Alright, yeah.
We got Fred dropping it on this. You think that thing's grabbable or?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I knew something was wrong. I was like,
But if we detach that side, how are we going to walk across?
Oh, yeah, of course. Will you just jump on that rock?
Well, look, Dan, just throw that thing down, walk across, and then we'll just put it back. Make sure I'm not.
Grip or something? Like close this or?
you can use your fingies.
Where's that, did we never find that,
No, Pete, didn't
You can just crank or close with your hand.
Pete, didn't you
Can I
have to
throw it?
Oh, no, don't throw it, don't throw it. It's gonna drop.
Whoa. Take this marshmallow and hold it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I can just use this.
Yeah, and then I'll hook it on.
Okay, wait.
It's not heavy enough though. Like
Are you
that
getting
don't
footage from
bend.
underneath? Pete?
I can't hold this like this.
No, let
Well,
go,
the thing's
let go the
gonna
one.
bend,
No,
eh?
not the whole thing, just the one strand.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Well, grab it from the back.
No, you can get the one strand. Dan, let go of it.
I can't just let
Wait,
go
okay,
of
get
the
it all
one
mint then,
strand.
to where you can let go. Okay, you put it in here. Okay, wait.
Come on, Wall.
Hey!
That's a nail.
Yeah.
It's gotta be big enough to go around that hook.
It's a small one, you'll have to open it.
It's like fishing.
Oh, come on.
It's like pulling a big net. They're warm too.
Are they really warm?
Hot.
Get Dan's snot driplet.
That hurts the knee, but
Dan, help me.
Almost muffed my pants. Just throw it up here, I guess. More back.
to throw it in the water.
Go down. Go down on it so the top lifts up.
Yeah, watch
That was the last one, eh?
Not bad.
Now we can go eat.
If I had enough
Dan,
medium,
go
I'd
grab
have
some
never
butter and a knife.
butter and I fully like felt dummy.
because I didn't get near enough protein.
Oh yeah.
There's Arctic char or lamb. That's the only two options at every restaurant. But I like lamb is my new favorite meat. After
Oh,
dinner.
really? I don't
Like,
care.
What is?
Grass-fed beef.
Unless it's maybe. What is the quick name of it?
That was the guy's last name from like this old sprinkler, like not even called beef.
One more.
Today's visit would be a short one because the ice was beginning to close in around us, and if the boys didn't get back to the mainland now, they might not be able to make it out for a couple of weeks until freeze up.
Slow down. Go right.
Hop off wall.
Yeah,
See you down the road.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys. Drive safe, eh?
Have a safe trip back down.
Made it out just kind of as the sun was really set, and thankfully ice had been broken through by Mom and Dad. Mom went out for the very last shopping trip just to grab, I think, some blankets and some other stuff, just the last things we needed. So we were just saying the next time we see them will be when the lake's frozen probably, and if it keeps freezing at this rate, in one day during the middle of the day with beautiful sun, the lake was freezing up in every cove in the center of the lake. Like, most of the lake around here has got ice in it. It's just not too thick except for in a few spots where it's getting like an inch thick or a little under an inch, a few centimeters thick. So yeah, not too long before the lake will be a frozen playground basically. We really look forward to it, to be able to go ice fishing and just have the mobility again, like what we have with the boat on water. This is a new adventure for us. It's gonna be fun.
All right, the water it's at 0 right now, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. It is starting to freeze because of the wind. The ice hasn't been able to form on the big part of the lake, but all the bays and the main channel, everything is frozen. And if you throw ice in there, it doesn't melt anymore. So yeah, we'll see over the next week how it progresses. I think we get one still night where there's no wind and no waves. You're going to see it freeze up pretty fast. All right, even though the lake behind us is still open, we are blocked off from the mainland because the bay where the marina is, where our Jeeps are, is completely frozen. So this is day one of the ice in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take both the boats around to the back channel, which is partially frozen back there. And I'm going to use the small boat to kind of break a bit of the ice. It's still thin enough to break. And then we'll take the pontoon and we're going to put it away for the winter. So we're going to slide it onto the island and then cover it. So that's the job for today.
That should be fine actually, Dad. Like, we can pull it by a rope over here.
From there?
Yeah, 'cause who knows how shallow that is right there.
That's some
pretty thick.
Pretty thick ice, yeah. It's already at almost an inch.
Give Mom a hand.
Okay, that's we've got it on dry land for the winter. We're just going to get a couple of big tarps that we have back at the cabin, and we'll cover it over the best we can and strap it down really tight. That'll keep the bulk of the snow out of the boat. We're going to winterize the motor, and that's it for the winter.
Kind of spotted this one a while ago, and hopefully it holds up all the ornaments. It's holding up some nice cozy snow on it. So yeah, let's get her down and bring her into the cabin. You took another one. I should plant that at our place.
Yeah. And we're planting a tree at the same time. Seedling. All right.
The next morning, we begin to decorate our Christmas tree. Spending Christmas at the island has been a dream of ours since as far back as we can remember. And as the ice closes in on the lake, we settle into a quiet peacefulness, unlike any we have experienced. Being completely cut off from the rest of the world is a new experience for us. But we feel confident that we have made adequate preparations for the weeks ahead. In the meantime, we are enjoying this incredible season together, surrounded by the pristine lakes, magnificent forests, and the silent grandeur of God's creation.
And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.
Yeah.
Cowan was supposed to say it. Why did you say it?
Go. Oh, we wreck our video every time.
You just
Bombs.
post my comments.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender